Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a WZ-131G FT. It's a Tier 6 Chinese tank destroyer. It's located on the southwest spawn of Live Oaks, and it's under the command of Shits and Giggles. Yes, I can actually say that because that's his real name, Shits and Giggles. Yeah. Otherwise it would be a bit risky saying that, the four-letter word at the front of his name, because otherwise you would, get banned or at least derated. Well, the WZ-131G FT is based on the WZ-131 tank, which is kind of a lightweight version of the Type 62 stroke Type 59, I suppose. The Type 59 was basically a medium tank, but the Type, the WZ-131 and the Type 62 was a more lighter version of the tank, which was actually designed because the Chinese thought that instead of actually fighting and building heavier and heavier tanks, it'd be much easier to build lightweight tanks instead. It's got a 100mm gun, which is capable of 250 alpha, and it'll penetrate through 181mm of armour. And with premium rounds, it will go through 241mm. So it's got decent penetration, but that's, I suppose it's down to the 100mm gun you're looking at. That Stug is the other side of the hill in the dip, so not going to be able to get a shot on him for the moment, but it looks like our teammates are, and he's gone. Now this is always a good position to start out with on this map. I use this position myself occasionally, because you can actually see what's going on in town, get the occasional shot of the enemy tanks as they pop between the houses, and when you've done enough damage to them, you can then pop into the town and start finishing them off. He's decided to change position. Not so sure about that, but I think he thinks he can probably get better shots between the houses from this position. That may be true. Unfortunately, that T-3485M is in the way at the moment. He's looking down some of the avenues. Looks like some of the enemy tanks are behind the buildings. Now this is 2 replay video, and Shits and Giggles appears in both of them, and the second one is actually with an E25, so you get to see the cockroach in action. There's a T-52 moving fast outside the town near those houses, doing a spotting job. Shits and Giggles decided to pop up where these bushes are so he can get shots on that guy, but lost sight of him. There he is, and he's still behind the houses, so not a lot he can do at the moment. Looks like the enemy tanks in town are likely to go down. There's a VK-3001 and he's just got killed. Okay, way over there, we just for a brief moment saw a Stug 3G, but he's outside render range now. He popped back in, and first shot was a direct hit for 244, which is a low roll. Lost his outline, fired around him blank, and it's not blind, rather. Not on the target though. Or at least not where it was last seen, anyway, for that matter. A Bishop's turned up now in the same area. Can he get a shot on that guy? Yes, he auto-aims on. Not a good idea. Best to manually aim. That one would have gone right over the top of the Bishop. He's guessing where he is now. Fires blind. The Bishop's pulled back. Here's that T-52 again. Might be able to get a shot on him as he comes out round there. There he is. Not leading the target, but at the moment, when you see a tank moving towards a gap in buildings, it's always good to sort of like pre-aim at the spot so you can hit them the moment they pop out. And if you judge the shot correctly, then they just walk straight into a shell the moment they go between the gap. Skoda, can he do that? No, not there. There's no gap there. There's a no gap a little further on as well, actually. He's around the other side of the houses, that's the problem. It's just knocking down that shed. Best to use HE rounds to do that. HE rounds will knock down a shed with one shot. You don't have to waste shells then. He does have, Shits and Giggles has 5 HE rounds with 330 alpha. Skoda's just moving back and forwards behind that. Oh, he got the shot! For a moment he locked on. Yep, he's got an outline. And it looks like the guy's tracked. It's just there's a very brief narrow gap where you can get the shell through. Oh, he got the kill! That's an amazing shot at range. Just a very narrow gap and he managed to thread the shell between it. So he's got his first kill. Still 9 enemies out there. In fact, the enemies have broken through on the railway line, so I'm expecting the enemies to start appearing near the cap area. Yes, they have appeared, and one of them's an M10 RBFM. He's turned towards the lake area, but no, you need to be looking in the opposite direction. That's it. M10 over there. Easy shot, auto aim's on, nice. Easy kill. Very good. Question is, where are the other ones? He's outside range in order to get shots on the guys who might be on the bridge area. The Stug and the T-34 will probably spot them for us, but he's just outside render range, and we just lost the Stug to their Dicamax. It makes me think that the enemy is in the trees behind the cap. Yep, there's one of them, G2. You can see Shits and Giggles moved back behind the tree line, so he's safe. All you can see is the outline, which means that it's a very good chance that they couldn't see him, and the G2's the next kill. So 3 kills now. T-52 comes rushing in. Needs to aim ahead, that's it, that's it, that's it. Oh, and that would have been on target if the guy hadn't been killed, but the Stug gets killed by the enemy Stug. I'm not sure if he saw Shits and Giggles. Turn to your right, to your left rather. Sorry. There you go. Great shot, high roll, and a kill. Pulls back just in case he was spotted, but he wasn't, so he can carry on. Striv 74. Easy kill. Again, that's a very weak tank actually, because it's the Striv 42 with a better turret. Does have a good gun though, that tank. Okay, there's only 4 enemies left. Our guys are sitting in the houses. They're not even moving towards the enemy cap area. No, they're definitely over by the railway line. You can't see them. The enemy team's composed of a KV-1, Panzer IV, Alpha H, a Dicamax and a Bishop. I think the Dicamax is further south than the gap. I think he's somewhere on the railway line looking over our cap area. Because after all, he got the shot on the Stug and he just ran into one of the wrecks. Actually, I wonder what that bang was, but he definitely hit the wreck. And he's been spotted. Somebody saw him, so he's having to change course and speed because he doesn't want to get taken out, especially if it's by that Dicamax. Well, the Dicamax only do 300. There's the Dicamax, and he'd actually returned and come all the way back, and he's been taken out by the KV-2 with a derp. and that's encouraged shits and giggles to changing. Is he going to go back, or is he going to go back to the enemy cap? Well, we just lost our KV2 to their bishop, and he's short range, so he has to be in the neighbourhood. There's one of them. It's KV1. Hiding behind the houses. There's the bishop. Get the bishop first. Auto aims on. Oh, missed it with the first shot. He's actually behind the railway line. Try blind. And again. Oh, decided to change targets. Go for the gap. Go for the gap. He's not going to the gap. He's staying behind that house. He knows that he's in danger if he moves out. There, he moved. And now that's an indestructible building, so he's not going to get that. But he goes back to the bishop. This time, make sure of it. Yes! That's the top gun. Now, looks like the Panzer IV has moved back behind the water tower. There he is, making a dash, going around the other side of the station. We're not going to find it easy to get at him from here, but there is that KV1 in the way as well. There he is, still behind the houses. But he is a one-shot, is it? No, he's a two-shot. That's a bit of a problem. Okay, he's decided to move and change position. Where are we? Okay, he's going to attack from this tree line, I think. No shot on the KV1. Oh, if he backs up a bit more, we will get a shot on him. Yes! Nice shot. Good kill. That means there's only one enemy left. It's the Panzer IV Aslains H. We're changing position again. We're going to try and get below that, behind that embankment. He's watching what's going on. He's very keen to know where that Panzer IV H is. He's using the embankment against him, but he's got no shot because the buildings... Oh, he's going to go for that gap. There you go. Oh, just a little late. Teeny weeny bit late, but the moment he fired through the gap, the Panzer IV H saw him, and now it's just 3 versus 1, and the Panzer IV H managed to get the kill on our Panzer IV H, and he's killed the T-34. He's a two-shot, so shits and giggles is going to take some damage. He's gone behind those piles of asphalt. Oh, he's just pushing in. Now, move, traverse. Get it on him. Get to the back of the map, or get something solid behind you. Turn. Yes! 1 round in. He only needs 1 more. Get up against those the asphalt and turn. And that's the kill shot that wins the game, and a Radley Waters. So what a great battle there in the first one. Pretty badly damaged and mauled, but he got his win and a Radley's. Let's have a look at the second battle. And the second battle is in the E25, as I mentioned. This on the south spawn of Prokhorovka, and it's still shits and giggles. Game on. Well, while the rest of his team are moving away to the east, a few of them are coming over to the west, and shits and giggles is going over there as well. The E25, otherwise known as the Cockroach, it's one of the Entwicklung series of standardized German tanks. It was supposedly the tank destroyer that was going to take over from the Hetzer, the Jagdpanzer 38T, but it never got put into production. 75mm gun, which has got decent penetration. It'll do 150mm and alpha damage of 135, and with the premium rounds it'll go through 194mm. It's very stealthy, incredibly stealthy, both when stationary and on the move. and it's actually fairly quick as well. It's got a top speed of 65 kilometers an hour. Now what's he doing there? I think he wanted that spot. Okay, he's taking up position in the bushes. Okay, M7. It's now a light tank rather than a medium as it was. It was actually originally a light tank, not a medium. KV-1S, he's auto-aimed on. Unfortunately, the body of the tank is actually below the ridgeline, but he's gone. The Jagdpanther got him. Now the E25 actually sells for quite a premium whenever it does come on sale. Lots of people like this little tank destroyer because it is so deadly. You could say it's rather overpowered, and you wouldn't be wrong. It is. It's a battle-winning tank. The thing is that it is so stealthy and it's so fast it can run from one side of the battlefield to the other, and it makes it really difficult for the enemy to take them out. The other thing that's really great about it is the fire rates. The standard reload is 2.88 seconds, but you can see Shits and Giggles has got it down to 2.6. If you get a rammer in, you can actually get a reload. Oh, he's auto aimed on. That's it, take it off. If you get a good crew with a rammer, you can get it down to 2 seconds per shot, and that means you can do a lot of damage in no time at all. Considering it's tier 7, it's and the fact that it does see tier 5 tanks as well as, well, I can't remember if it's preferential. I'm not so sure if it is preferential or not, but I think it certainly does see tier 5. It can be top tier, and in this game it is top tier. Probably far enough outside their view range they can't see him. Super Chap, he bounces the other one off the front of the vehicle. Ouch. Gets one into the engine bay. Nice. Keep doing that. And more. Probably just get the turret on that Chinook-I. We're losing tanks like hand over fist on the other side of the battlefield. 2 tanks down now, and the Super Chappie has managed to make it through the dip, and he's actually coming up the other side, and we've lost all support on the hill. So Shits and Giggles needs to think about moving, because this is going to happen. Yeah, he got around into the Super Chappie, but the enemy now knows where we are, and they've got 3 Arty, so he has to move. Can't stick around here. Super Chappie's keeping tabs on him, managed to get around into him, and although he fired one back, the thing is that he just couldn't traverse fast enough to actually get a shot on target. Pulling back like this, the enemy's probably lost sight of him. And whilst he's very tempted to actually pop over that ridgeline, it wouldn't be a very good idea. Super Chappie's gone down, but the Chinook-I's been taken out, I'm afraid. There goes the KV-1. Our scores are even again. Ah, didn't. Just missed the Hellcat. Just missed him. That was a very, very dicey shot there. Hellcat's coming down the other side of the hill. I think he's going to try and use the village Or is he going north? He's headed north. That's odd. Not what we'd expected. I would have thought he would have gone straight through the village. I think he needs to change position. He's only got 3 other teammates left in this battle, 2 Arty and the heavy tank, the KV-1. Oh, and we've lost another one. That goes the S51. The T-34-2G FT over there, the Chinese tank destroyer. Only 2 teammates left in the game now. He's trying to approach that T-34-2G FT without being spotted. KV-1 is still taking damage from the enemy Arty. He's trying to sneak round behind the T-34, and unfortunately we just lost the KV-1, taken out by their T-34-2G, so he must be close. He must be fairly close. He's coming up behind him. Hopefully he hasn't been seen. 5 enemy left. And there goes the Fifi, so he's the last one alive on his team, which means potential collar pan off. There's the T-34, he locks on, misses with his first shot, but goes in for the ram, gets the shot right on target. Instead of actually ramming him, he turned at the last second to avoid losing any hit points from a ram. But he did get the shot right on target to take out the T-34, and he's manoeuvring to avoid enemy Arty fire. Okay, so now it's 4 against 1. Or 1 against 4, I should say. 3 enemy Arty, a GW Panther, an AMX-13 F3, an SU-122A, and that Hellcat who's headed north. We just don't know where the Hellcat is, that's the problem. So he's gone up to the tree line here and straight through. Oh, the Hellcats! To his left, right. Okay, he's going to go into the attack straight away. Locks on, misses with his first shot. Gets at 1 shot in. He's a 1 shot now. Kill him. Oh, he didn't get it. He rams the Hellcat to get rid of him. He does get hit by the MX-13 F3, but we now know where he is. He is over on the other side of the railway line. There's the SU-122. We know where he is. He's on this side of the railway line. So both of those Arties have now revealed their position. Oh, and a tree went down very close, which means that the GW Panther is only a short distance away. He's directly behind Shits and Giggles. That tree went down only a split second after Shits and Giggles manoeuvred across the railway line, or was headed towards the railway line, the ridge line, I'd say the road. I'm certain that that GW was very, very close to him, probably trying to come up behind him to shotgun him. Okay, so we know the SU-122A is on this side of the railway track, but he might have changed position. I doubt it, but he might have. Of course, the AMX-13 F3 is the other side of the railway line. I think he's coming in to try and get as close as he can. But the moment his sixth sense goes off, that SU-122A is going to move. Any second. There's the AMX-13 F3. Came up onto the railway line. Oh, missed him with the first shot, but he'll get him with the second one. Yes, no problem with that. Couldn't get his shotgun. He's still trying to come up though. And in fact, actually, he's popped up on the railway line. There's the SU-122A. And he's missed his shotgun. And he's going to pay for that now. And because he's a long reload. Oh, and the GW wasn't the other side. He was this side. And there he is. Locks on and fires 1 round in. The AMX-13 F3 fails in his shotgun. And this is going to be all over very shortly now. He's going to feel the... He switched targets to the SU-122A. Kill the GW, 1 shot. Turn around, kill the SU-122A with 1 shot. And now it's just the AMX-13F3. Has he reloaded? Yes, he did, but he fluffed his shots. And it's all going to be over any second. He misses that one as well. The AMX-13 is going to try and ram. Or is he? No, he's actually trying to back up. If you are an Arty and you're in this position, and you're still reloading, just try and ram the enemy if you can. But that AMX-13 F3 is so badly damaged now. He would die in the ram. But at least he'd go down fighting if he did. Better to actually get a shotgun if he can. 26 seconds is the reload time. 23 if he's got a good crew. He pops over the line. He's not there. He's behind you. He changed position. And this is it. Oh, he misses the shot. Go for it. This is for Kolobanovs. Yes! It was an Arty, I know. But that is a Dimitri's medal and a victory for the E25. I know it's the subject of our game. I don't like seeing Arty killed, but at least the Arty put up a good fight. In fact, all three Arty carried on fighting to the end. They didn't go to the river and try and drown themselves. They fought, like Arty should, as hard as they can to win. And unfortunately, on this occasion, they couldn't. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Here's the end of battle results for the first game in the WZ-131G FT. Shits and Giggles managed to get a first-class tanker in that game. He also got a 5 for effect for doing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle. And he also picked up a Radley Walters medal for killing 8 enemy tanks, as well as a Top Gun for getting at least 6 enemy tanks, but no high caliber. Let's have a look at team score and see why. Well, we look at the damage. We can see he got 1,648 hit points of damage, which was the highest damage, but it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool, and that's why he didn't get the high caliber. The next high scorer being the Skoda T25 got 1,621, and after that it was the Dick Max with 1,461. When it came to kills, he easily got the highest with 8 kills, 4 kills for the Skoda T25 and the Panzer Kampfwagen 4 Aslains H, who managed to get 4 kills as well. And when it came to base XP, yes, he's got the top in that one. So he has got the top in all 3 columns, just no high caliber. 862 base for Shits and Giggles, 759 for the KV2, and 670 for the Panzer IV Aslains H. If we look at detail, he fired 22 rounds in that game, got 11 direct hits and 11 penetrations, damage of 1,648 hit points, of which 1,040 were at more than 300 meters. So there was some long-range shots in that one. 4 hits received from the enemy, most of them, in fact all of them, at the end, and it was that Panzer IV-H. It was very difficult to take down because he was the one pumping the rounds in. Luckily, he only had the 75mm gun, because if he'd had the derp gun, I think Shits and Giggles probably would have expired after just 2 shots. 4 hits received by way of splash damage as well. The Arty were after him on some occasions. 1 enemy vehicle spotted, 8 enemy vehicles damaged, 8 killed. And on a premium count, he earned 19,271 credits, got 11,852 from personal missions payout, and after repair and ammunition resupply took away a profit of 22,984 credits. He got 862 XP times 2 for the first victory, 1,293 from personal reserves, and took away 3,879 experience points altogether. So Radley's no ace, no high caliber, but it was a good game. He did get the result in the end, and he did kill more of the enemy team than anyone else, and in fact basically carried the team. Let's have a look at the second battle. That was the one in the E25, and yes, in this one he managed to get a second class tanker. Yes, the standard in the E25 is very, very high indeed. He got a Hand of God for surviving the battle, having received damage from 4 different enemy tanks, a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, he got 7, a Duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, a Fighter Badge for getting at least 4 kills, he ended up with 5, just 1 short of getting a Top Gun, and he got a 5 for effect for doing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle. He got the medal that everyone would like to get, the Epic medal that, yes, is very revered amongst most people, because you stood alone against 5 enemy tanks and took them down. In fact, all 5 that he killed were the last 5 on the enemy team, and he got the Kolobanovs for standing alone and winning. He also picked up a Dimitri's medal because he killed 3 enemy Arty, and they were amongst that 5 at the end. Let's have a look at team score and see where he stood. Well, when it came to damage, he didn't get the high caliber. T-34-2G FT on the enemy team managed to get 3,805 hit points. He picked up a Radley's Walters, a Pascucci's, a high caliber, and a Top Gun and a Tanker Sniper. So this player had a really great game, Bodacious K. Unfortunately for him, he ended up getting killed towards the end. In fact, he was the first of the 5 kills that Shits and Giggles actually made. That poor guy, he worked so hard to win the game, getting those 8 kills, and the moment he gets them, he gets wiped out by the person who eventually wins the game for his team. When it came to kills, it was that T-34-2G FT who got the highest with 8 kills. 5 kills went to Shits and Giggles, and then 2 kills to the S51, the Super Pershing. Was that Super Pershing? No, that's a Super Chappie. And then also to the T-34-85M. And on the enemy team, the M18 Hellcat managed to get 2 kills as well. When it came to base XP, he got the top in that one, 1,094. He's the only player to get over 1,000, but he was closely followed by the T-34-2G FT, who managed to get 831, followed by the Super Chaffee on his own team, who managed to get 758. He fired 36 rounds in that game, got 19 direct hits and 17 penetrations. He got 2,153 hit points of damage, which 684 were at more than 300 meters. So you can see most of the damage was actually done at close range. 2 hits received, 1 penetration, 1 non-penetration, and 4 hits by way of splash damage. Well, one of those hits that did hit him was the Super Chaffee, who came over the railway line and gave him a bit of a surprise. And he did actually survive a non-penetration shot as well. I think that was from the T-34-2G FT. 4 hits by way of splash damage as well. Yet the enemy Arty were definitely trying to kill him, but they failed to do the job. 3 enemy vehicles spotted, 9 enemy vehicles damaged, 5 killed, and 511 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he earned 42,636 credits, got 31,977 from personal reserves, and 26,221 from personal missions payouts. His total came to 122,152 credits altogether, and after repair and ammunition resupply, took away 95,945 credits profit. Yes, the E25 is a very profitable vehicle to be in. 1,094 XP, 821 from personal reserves, 9,846 from personal missions payout, and 328 for this being a premium vehicle. He took away 12,636 experience points altogether, and that's bound to make his crew skills jump quite a lot. So a pair of very good games, one with a Radley Walters, the other one with a Kolobanov. I think you can see that Shits and Giggles is having a lot of fun, and that's what Shits and Giggles is all about. So, if you enjoyed that replay or pair of replays, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.